you go explain to.
Okay, thank you so much. So what you're seeing is polystyrene parapet. This is sample. This is an off cut of it. Okay, this is an off cut of it. Very lightweight, made from polystyrene. Okay, you can see the front there. That's exactly what you're seeing on the building behind us. So this is an off cut of it. So polystyrene parapet. It looks exactly like any other one. It's durable. It's not something new. It has been used for years and it's very, very durable. So you might begin to ask, what's the advantage of using polystyrene parapet over the normal one? One of the top advantages is it's lightweight. It is lightweight. The parapet you put in the building, it is very heavy. Parapet, if you were to make all this from concrete, normal parapet is made from concrete. That weight of the building, it makes the building. Sometimes you notice some buildings that there's crack coming from the up, right? Good. If a crack is coming from the up, it's due to the weight of the roofing and the parapet. If it's coming from the down, it has to do with the foundation. So most times when you notice crack from the up, it has to do with the weight of the things above, like the roofing and the parapet. Polystyrene parapet solves that. It is very, very lightweight. Also, it makes your building cheaper when you are using it in construction. When you know you're going to use polystyrene parapet, when you start it from the foundation, it makes it cheaper. For example, taking of most bungalow buildings, you can see this building now doesn't have pillars at the edges, right? Most bungalows are not supposed to have pillars at the edges. The main reason why you put pillars at the edges of your bungalow building is downstairs, it's because of the parapet. You want it to be able to carry the weight of the parapet, your concrete parapet. But if you are using polystyrene parapet, you're no longer going to waste your money in putting pillars all around your building. For a bungalow, a single story, it is not a fact that you must put a pillar. The only reason why you put concrete pillars at the edge because of the parapet weight. Yes. For example, remember those old houses our parents have, our grandparents have. Is there any pillar at the edges? No. And those houses they are still standing, right? Because they don't have heavy concrete parapet at the edges, anything that's making it crack. So one, polystyrene parapet is lightweight. So it's very good in places where, even also in places like Lagos, where you have like a swampy building, like it's a bit swampy, like a bit or even Delta, like a swampy area, very good in it. It's a durable material as well. It's also beautiful and smooth. The finishing of it is a whole lot better because this thing is made in the factory. You know, anything made in the factory has more perfection than normal regular handwork. Okay, very neat, very beautiful, and it's also durable. So one might think, is this thing not too light? Is it not? It's not going to fall. It's not going to break. No. It is attached. It is casted along with the concrete. Okay, when we put it on the wall, then we cast concrete behind it. Everything is held perfectly. It will no longer, nothing will do it. Another question somebody might ask will be like, okay, this thing, is it strong enough? Will it not fall and break? Will it not something? But ask yourself, the concrete parapet in your house that you have in your normal building, how many times have you taken hammer to go and hit it and check it? This is my concrete parapet. Is it very strong? Because Oyibo have come to look at it that, look, things like parapet, these things, they are superficial. They are for beauty. They are not structural. They are not carrying anything. They are just to make your building look more beautiful. So if you make it with solid, massive, heavy rocks, you are wasting your time and your resources. So making it with a lighter material is a whole lot better. Okay, so that's it. So it's not going to. It's a very durable material. Parapets are not things you interact with. Once you put them in your building, you are done. You're not going to start hitting them or stoning them. It is very durable and very long lasting. Another point I will try to mention too. Somebody might say, okay, what about the edges where they join them? The edges will begin to show. No. That is for concrete parapets when you do those casting on the ground. But this one is very light because it's light and you have the threading. It's not going to start cracking later and showing the edge. You can see this mesh. Very important. Okay, it's part of it. It's making it not to crack. It will not crack. So even when we join it later and all that, you will not see that line. Everything will be perfect. That's it.
Normal parapet when I see engineer. So when they put the parapet for top of this knit, they'll put iron rod, they'll tie with all this barb.
Exactly.
Is it one like that?
No, partially. Okay, remember, like I showed you, when we attach this, when we fix this to the wall, you will just cast a little concrete, just a little. That concrete is not really to hold it more. It's just a little concrete at the top. So instead of buying many iron rods to pass inside all here, you just buy a little for the back. Okay, and the advantage of that little concrete that you're still putting around your block, it also helps to spread the weight of your roofing around so that your block will not be bearing the whole weight alone. So that's it. So that you use a little instead of using so much iron rod. Capital will come, you will board in how many days. It's also quicker. It's also faster. You don't have to board in how many days. They will come and lose. They will come and set. They will do no. This is faster. Straight from the factory, we install. You cast just a little casting behind, and everything is perfect.
Okay. Fine. Once it's through here, maybe capital one put wood.
Yes.
Before the aluminium zinc. The wood not put this polystyrene parapet.
No. Imagine this is your block where and everything. This is the casting where it ends. Before they say normally the wood is not going to rest on this. It's going to rest on the block on your casting. Okay. And then the other roofing is going to go along with it. So it's not really resting on it. And even if it did rest on it, it won't pull it off because it is well supported and well attached. Okay. It's well. You might not see it, but we use a lot of strings, a lot of binding wire and so on to hold it into the concrete. It is firmly attached to the concrete. A lot of binding wire. If you see, when we walk around now, you will see some spots on it. You notice the ones up there. Those places are where we use binding wires and other things to hold it firmly to the cast concrete. So what is hold to cast concrete? How you want to come out? So it won't fall off, okay?
Take me around the mirror with your see. Talk to me this year.
Yes. Okay, let's pass here. Sorry, careful. Yeah. Okay, so this side we are through with this side. We're doing the final finishing. Okay. We'll start from here, then we'll go around this other side. Okay, so you can see my boys are still doing the smoothing and all that. By the time we've done everything, you won't be able to tell whether it's concrete. Everybody that will come will say, this thing is concrete parapet. Everybody that comes will say, this is concrete.
As me this year, I seen a concrete parapet.
Exactly. But this is polystyrene. So this is the full length, that the way it comes in the factory, 3 meters long.
This full length. This very well.
Yes, this is the full length of it.
The full length.
Yes. Okay, so we're still working, filling up all the edges and smoothing out everything. So you see those cords, those are where the binding wires are holding is.
All these very spots. And then binding wire, the O.
Yes. So we are still smoothing it out. Okay. So there's the work. We'll go around.
This one, a very wonderful work I see here.
Yes. So you can see that we have joined these edges, Abi. But as we go down, you will see some of the edges where we have not joined together, where we're going to join very soon now. Okay. And after we join them, everything will be fully sealed. It will not separate later on. So yes, those are the wire. Yes, that's the binding wire line that you are seeing. Exactly. Embedded into the concrete, cast into the concrete. So it's not going to fall off. Nothing will make it fall off. Nothing will make it pull off. It is cast into the concrete. Okay. Good. So you can see the edges that we have not smoothed that way. By the time we join them together, everything becomes perfect and perfectly sealed. And because it doesn't have much weight, it's not going to pull off later. Gravity will not make it pull off later. Okay. So that's it. We'll still come over here and smoothing out the back. Okay. I
know your boys, they still on it.
Yes, they are still on it. They are still on it. They are still on it. So let's go over here. We're still working all the way down here. So you can see that the only places that are rough are just the edges where we are joining them. You can see that the other places are smooth, right?
Yes.
And at the end of the day, everything will come out very, very smooth. Maybe if you look here a bit, maybe. Are you seeing it properly?
Okay, let me look the edge.
Okay. Okay. So by the time it's fully joined together, everything will be perfect, just like the front. Just like the front of the view. You can see that we have joined all here now. We're about to smoothen it. Once we smoothen it out, you won't
after joining smoothly.
Yes. Okay. So after the smoothing and all, you won't be able to even see the joints. That's the honest. You won't really be able to tell when you come like tomorrow or next, you won't be able to identify the joints. Okay, and after the painting and all that is done. Okay, so and also you won't need to re-screed. Sometimes we call people, you come and have to re-screed your parapet. You don't need to re-screed again because it already comes screeded from the factory. So you don't need to apply some other screeding again to say, okay, I beg add on that money to screed your parapet. No. It is already screeded from the factory. So that's another advantage. So it's very advantageous, very good. Whether you're doing a story building, an upstairs, any kind of building, it's ideal for it. Okay.
So my people, guys, you know, do a wonderful job here. This is polystyrene parapet, and this is polystyrene POP. This one are the parapet side, and very unique and very beautiful. Is this square meter or this one? It's not
square meter. The calculation is a bit more complex. It's not as straightforward. It's not as straightforward as the others, okay? First of all, let me show you, there are different patterns. Somebody might say, I don't like this style. Can you do the one that has 4 corners like this? Yes, yes. Once you have a pattern, we can always get it done from the factory, okay?
Okay.
Good. But what you take note of the sizes. For example, this one is 350 millimeter by 300 millimeter.
Okay.
So there are the ones that are a bit longer, there is one that are a bit smaller, but this is standard size. Okay, this standard size of 350 millimeter by 300. This one comes per meter. It's 9,500 naira.
Okay, per meter.
Per meter board alone. Per meter.
Okay. No,
so what that means is that we will now measure the whole length of the whole roofing, the whole parapet length.
Okay.
We'll now multiply to know how many length we will bring.
Okay.
Again, that's number 1 cost. Number 2 is the labor, the installation cost for, like, for example, this building. It's not also based on per meter. It's based on the complexity of the work.
Okay.
Okay. Whether it's the size and other things. For example, this work, the labor for this work is 150,000 naira. 150. The other material that we need are simple materials, things like binding wire, a few paints and cement and other things like that. So the client provides those ones, but yeah. So the main thing that we bring, we come with the polystyrene parapets. We do the labor. If the client wants to provide those smaller materials, he can always do that. Okay. Yes.
How many flats be this house?
Flats. It's a 3-bedroom flat. A 3-bedroom flat. Yes. Okay. But the length of 70 meters.
Okay, 70
meters. Yes. It's about 68, but approximately 70 meters. So
okay.
There's extra.
You tell our viewer total amount to do everything here.
Total amount.
Bedroom, yes.
Okay, like I mentioned, we didn't buy the other materials. We provided the parapet and we did the label. Okay. So the client provided the other smaller materials. Those other smaller materials are not that expensive. Maybe like how many bags of cement did we buy? About 3 bags and a few smaller things. Okay. The major cost is the polystyrene ceiling. The polystyrene ceiling for that enter this building. Yes. Is 600,000 naira.
Okay, 600.
Yes, total 600,000 naira.
Outside your labor?
Outside the labor. Labor 150.
Okay, yes. 150.
Yes.
And a small thing.
Yes, just a few,
a battery bag of cement.
Yes, and a few binding wire, like half bundle of binding wire, a few nails and other things. Yeah.
Okay, now the owner provide. Entire 600, your labor there 150, and you know provide cement and bandy a few things there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You call your phone number when our view have to reach you.
Okay, my phone numbers are 080 600 38853.
Another number there?
Yeah, the other one is 080 73 60 2493.
My people, I created a time to watch this video.
Thank you.